Well, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. I wasn't sure when I texted you if you would say you wanted to. You know, we read your apology on social media. We talked about it on here. You didn't mean to do it, and props for you for calling in tonight. But what's it been like, man? How's it been like for you to deal with it? Obviously, you know, I think everybody with a brain knows you didn't do that on purpose.
Right. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it sucks big time. Like, I hate, and, you know, even as a fan and as a racer, like, when I'm watching a race and someone gets in the way of the race, that pisses me off more than anything. And then, like, I can't believe that I'm even in these shoes, and then this happened. Like, it's just disappointing, and I'm like angry at myself, but it was just an honest mistake. I didn't know it was them behind me, because what had happened was Dylan Ferrandis had just went down, and then he got up, like, just in front of me. He got up, and then I got right in front of him, and then it was like 2 laps to go, and he was charging to get back past me. But in between that, like, I could hear Ferrandis behind me, but in between that time, he must have got, you know, the blue flag.
Yep.
And I, you know, also got the blue flag, but not, like, I didn't see the blue flag, obviously. And I thought it was Ferrandis behind me. And, yeah, it was honestly just, I messed up, and I take on the chin, and it sucked big time. I just, you know, like, I understand everyone's pissed, and, like, shit, I think I would be more pissed if I was Kenny too. Like, that he lost the win because of me, and it really fucking, it sucks. But I can't do anything about it. You know, I can't get his points back. He was on my flight coming back, of course.
No, of course.
And so I just went up to him like a man, and it's like, dude, like, I can't say sorry enough. Like, it was an honest mistake. And, you know, he was just like, yeah, you know, just put yourself in my shoes, blah, blah, blah. And, like, you know, we talking about, dude, I'm like, honestly, like, I hate myself for it, but I can't do anything about it. We shook hands, and I don't expect him to be my buddy. Like I said, if I was him, I'd be way worse than he was. You know, like, I have a bad temper, so it sucks. It sucks big time, and I know the Roxon fans are pissed and Supercross fans are pissed, but it was just an honest mistake. And yeah, I mean, after the race, I got back to the truck, and you know how there's like a TV delay.
Yeah.
And so, well, I knew I messed up when I came over the Fenny, and then I seen Kenny, like, revving his bike. Like, right away, I knew what had happened. I'm like, oh no, like, this isn't good. So anyways, get back to the truck. I see his interview, and I'm like, I mean, so I'm like,
you got back enough to watch the interview. Oh God, dude. Oh boy.
So yeah, so I was like, this isn't good. And so, yeah, I mean, I was just like, I just had to own it, obviously, because I was the one in the wrong. And then, so I knew exactly what I had to do. I did a post, you know, saying, apologizing. Like, I wasn't going to go over there. Like, the Honda dudes were hot. Everyone was hot. I was like, so I just did an apology and literally deleted all the apps off my phone. And that's all I can do. Like, it was pretty gnarly. Dudes are like, dude, I hope you break your neck. I hope you break your legs. Dudes are
I know, it's so bad.
It's ruthless out there, but they're just, it sucks. I mean, what do you do? You know, it's just, like I said, an honest mistake, and I wish I could rewind back, but I can't, and that's it. You know?
You've lapped guys that have held you up and probably cost you positions. I don't know about a win, but you can totally understand.
Well, I was lapping guys while I was like, you know, while they were coming up to lap me.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
And it's like it's just horrible. I shouldn't even be in that position of getting lapped. But it's like, dude, I got the guy in front of me, a second or two in front of me, who was on the podium last week. I got second place from the last race. Behind me, I got Marvin, who podiumed the first race. So it's like, it sounds so bad, but like, the cost is just that gnarly, you know. So
now,
not a good ending to the weekend, that's for sure. And I'm bummed how it all kind of happened, but you know, all we can do is just move forward.
Well, stand up guy for coming on the show, I think, and but Davey, I mean, Davey was saying like so Gerke cost Davey a win against against Dungey years ago. And Davey, before you came on here, Dean, I mean, Davey, you were kind of saying like it's not that it's a big deal. It sucks, but you almost think like Dean didn't even need to put a pole. It's racing. It's racing.
It definitely,
because everybody knows, Dean, you didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue is that he did it, and unintentional to the most loved guy in the sport.
Right.
Like,
right.
That's probably the biggest thing, to be honest with you. But I don't know, man. I read the apology, and then I read Roxon's comments to you, and for me, it's the one part that got me, like I said earlier in the show, is the fact that he said for you to be aware of your surroundings and started talking about points with you. It's 3 points here, it's 4 points here. Realistically, it's that way for everybody in the racing right now. And he just got docked for not rolling on a red cross flag. So be aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? It's like you want to blame that on Dylan being in the way of the flag, but yet now you're blaming Dylan for being behind you. Dylan's just he's just a guy. Yeah, I mean, all in all, like I like Ken, I like you, and it's one of those things that it sucks, the situation that you're in, but man, for me, it was just racing, man. You weren't trying to hold anyone up. You weren't trying to get in his way. You weren't moving over to block him or anything like that. You were riding your race, and that's honestly, truly, if you're a fan of the sport and you can't see that, then you're truly only a fan of Kenny.
Yeah, well,
right.
Dean, you kind of mentioned the social reactions, right?
Yeah.
And that's.
Well, I didn't actually like I said, I deleted all the apps off my phone, and I told my wife, my family, I'm like, listen, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to talk about it, because it's just gonna put me in a bad mood, right? So I just want to focus on the positive. So I never seen Kenny's reply, and I didn't know he replied. I hadn't seen any of that.
Right.
So people, of course, my friends that are screenshotting and sending it to me and stuff, but like I said, I understand his frustrations. I would be worse off if I was him, and it is what it is. It sucks. Yeah, I mean,
did you see
a crappy position to be in?
Did you see that you were 17th in the results for some reason? And then, I don't know, initially after the race, we're like, he couldn't possibly have gotten docked. Do you know anything about this, Dean?
Yeah, well, I had to go to the AMA truck, of course, and they're like, so what about your 17th? I'm like, what do you mean about my 17th? I was like, I was behind Brayton the whole race, and Ferrandis was behind me. I was like, I don't know. They're like, oh, we're gonna have to pull up the handwritten scoring. I was like, I don't know if the transponder, what happened.
Yeah. Okay.
Really weird.
So that had nothing to do with anything. All right. Yeah. Okay.
No, that was just on its own. So yeah, it was crazy weekend, and it was a bummer. I was, it sucked.
No, yeah, it does. I think apologizing to Kenny and doing everything you did, that's what you do, and then you race on in Indianapolis. You know what I mean?
Right. There's nothing more I can do. You know. So
it's definitely good on you for apologizing. I get that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Did